Hey guys, what's going on? Hermdo back with you. Hope you're all doing well. Um, Basically, I was talking with some people I know, and this topic came up, just like asking, about regarding like the future of America and the future of Americans as a whole, politics, the economy, money, whatnot. Just the future, with international warfare, other countries, all that shit. But we're asking ourselves, like, a lot of people just feel like things are like America. I mean, is America dead? That's the question I'm trying to get to. Is America dead? Because it just lately, it just feels like we're headed to a precipice. And I felt this way before multiple times, especially since the pandemic. I felt a few years there where, over the last couple years, I felt we were really not heading in a good direction. And inequality's bad, poverty's bad, homelessness, drug abuse, racism, all that shit, all this exploitation, all this bullshit. It's just getting worse and worse and worse, and nobody seems to know how to fix it. There's a lot of frustration at the Democrat Party. I talked about Chuck Schumer basically bending over on the CR bill to avert a shutdown. A lot of people are still calling. They haven't voted on it yet, but the spending bill looks like an absolute fucking disaster. But a government shutdown would also be bad. But it's just like Chuck Schumer doesn't seem to know what the fuck he's doing. A lot of people are stressed out about that. A lot of people on the left, it seems like, with Elon, I see a lot of stuff posted about the guy. A lot of stuff that is essentially Fed bait. But yeah, people seem to be more radicalized now. It's either they get radicalized. I think a smaller portion of the population is becoming really radicalized, and they might pop off. To that point, it gets to that point where regular people become so desperate, they start taking to the streets or something, man. And it starts out with like protests and stuff, then it just kind of grows and grows. But I think a good number of the population just feels checked out, and they just don't give a fuck anymore, and they just don't see the point in doing any of this shit. They're engaging in self-destructive, fucked up behavior, and they just don't care. And I feel like at this point, like, yeah, I could judge them, and I could wag my finger at them, and I could scold them, but that's not going to fix anything either. People feel like they're cooked. I feel like I'm cooked, man. I'm a broke older millennial, dude. I've worked in half my life, ain't got a damn thing for it. That's the plain and simple fact. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna try to spin it, And part of it's, I can blame myself for that kind of shit. But there's a lot of guys like me out there. Just, part of me just never got my shit together. I had setbacks. I had problems. I had mental illness and some physical limitations and shit. But it's one of those things. But there's a lot of guys like me out there, and they're struggling too. And they're just like wondering what the fuck is the point of even just participating in society anymore. And there's a lot of people that feel like they're going to have to start doing some, like, glowy shit. What I mean by that, like, the kind of shit that would get you visited by the feds, to say the least. I don't want to post about it. I don't want to say any words. I know YouTube censorship is really weird. But you guys know what I'm talking about. The kind of stuff like, that kind of shit. But that's getting out of control. But at the same time, I just, it's like with the people that are checked out and with the radicals, I don't know what to tell either of these groups. Part of me, it's just like, I want to tell these people that are checked out, it's like, you got to get your shit together. But it just sounds like a boomer bootstraps, fucking conservative 60-year-old millionaire mindset, bad dog shit advice. It just, like, it doesn't work anymore. Telling people to get their shit together, telling them not to do certain things. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do. People just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Nowadays, they just figure, fuck it. I mean, living a life like being a NEET, essentially, living at home and not doing anything except playing video games and jerking off. I mean, you don't want to live that life, but a lot of guys just like, fuck it. They got nothing else going on in their lives. They have literally nothing else. And they feel more things are being taken away from them. And they feel just like, fuck it. I have nothing to give anymore. You can't punish me. You can't threaten me. There's no consequences for living this way. So fuck it. What are you going to do? Take my shit? I have nothing to give you. That's the thing. You want to tell them just kind of wake up and check back into the game and get their shit together. But it's just, they don't listen. And the same with the radicals too. I talk with a lot of people who say some real out there shit, man. I see a lot of shit online, Twitter, Reddit. I see a lot of people really begging for, you know, um, and it's like, man, you gotta calm down. You can't be posting this shit. You can't be doing this shit. But I talked about that Sam Cedar video where he was interviewing those conservative people on that Jubilee thing, and just like some of these people that were talking to him, just like were so out there, especially that blonde girl. A lot of people focus on her. That was some out there shit she was saying. And it's just like, part of me was just like, honey, you can't be saying that shit. But at the same time, it's like, you're going to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And I feel like I've just been saying the same shit over and over again. I've been posting about political shit. I had my red pilling moment. I'm recovering from that still, but I spent a portion of my 30s. I was older. I should have known better. I was saying some pretty out there shit too for a while. And I just feel like looking at the state of things today, we're just doing the same shit over and over again, and nothing's really changing. And it feels like we've all been kind of dragged or lulled into this like inaction where we just feel like if we post hard enough, a revolution will come and we don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. But, something could happen. A lot of people say nothing ever happens. That was like my default position for a lot of times. But I think, we're going to see some fucked up shit on the horizon. And all these ideals about America, they don't keep anything together anymore. Nobody believes, less and less people believe in like the American dream. Less and less people are trying to adhere to standards. They don't care if they break the law. They don't care if they do drugs. They don't care if they hurt people. It doesn't fucking matter anymore, And some people just don't want to participate at all. And I feel that way. And I wonder to myself, when I'm working, and I like my job, and I try not to talk too much about it. I think some of my coworkers might be watching, but at the same point, it's just like, I'm doing the same goddamn thing every fucking day for 10 hours a day. And I'm fucking exhausted of it. And I feel like shit. I feel cooked. And I'm just like, do I really have to do this again? Why am I doing this in the first place? Just for some money? Just so I can pay all my money, keep myself alive for another 2 weeks till I get my next paycheck? That paycheck to paycheck shit is real. It's fucking brutal, man. It's brutal. And a lot of people are putting up with it. Because a lot of people didn't want to admit that shit was a problem. The lack of American money, how expensive shit is these days. I went to the supermarket with my dad today. We wanted to buy a pack of eggs. And they had a dozen. It was like these organic, like cage-free eggs. They were like $10. And it's like, what the fuck? I know it's one of those things like, only certain bad people, nobody should care about the price of eggs. Some people just say that shit. Just like, you care about the price of eggs so much you want to vote for Trump. Just stupid shit like that. That level of discourse. I'm spitting all over the place. But that doesn't lead anywhere good. But people are getting desperate, and it's like an indicator. You see a lot of recession indicators. I saw some tweets. This stripper was talking about how she wasn't making any money dancing on the pole. Now she's got to get a day job. That's a big recession indicator. You hear all these stories, and that's not just about like financial shit, like yield curves and bonds and whatnot. It's a lot of real life stuff. And I talked before about seeing like going to the store and seeing the cheap hooch on the shelves, like the cheap liquor being bought up. All the cheap shit is gone. Like the mac and cheese is gone. The cheap beer is gone. You see people, holding on to things longer, and I've talked about this for years. I've talked about this. It's been so apparent since the pandemic. I feel like whatever vestige of America existed after 2008, and, there were still scars in the country from the Great Recession up till 2020. And then that whole thing just ripped everything out. And we've been living in like zombie America for like 5 years. It's been 5 years since the recession. I was watching a video on YouTube, and they said it was posted 3 years ago. I'm thinking, that's back in like 2018. No, that was like 2022. And I'm just like, my whole sense of time is fucked. Like 2017 feels further away than 2019. It's weird. Or not further away, but like closer. I'm not describing it very well, but I'm tired. Forgive me. I've been drinking. But yeah, I don't know. I get this real sense, and it's going to be like a slow kind of thing. I don't think there's going to be some big moment thing. Shit just pops off, and then everyone just starts going crazy, and it's going to be like some big civil war or some shit. I don't believe in any of that kind of shit, like a collapse, a civil war. There could be other bad things happening. People are saying a recession could happen. Some people are downplaying it. Some people are just like, well, maybe, maybe not. But it doesn't look good. I don't know what to tell people anymore, man. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm talking about repeating myself. I'm repeating myself all the fucking time, but I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I'm cohabitating with someone right now. Can I afford to live on my own right now? Not really. With the amount of money I'm making. I'm planning on moving soon, moving back to the east side of my state. Hopefully I get my old job back. I talked to my old boss. Hopefully I can get some movement there, just kind of get something happening there. Because I need the money. I need to fucking change the scenery, man. Maybe it's a bad idea to move. I'm scared, like, if I quit this job, will I be able to find another job? Will I be able to find a good place to stay, to live? It's just around here, it's desperate, man. It's bad. It's a low income area. I'm not trying to judge nobody or nothing, but you see real desperation on people's faces, man. People just ain't got two dimes to rub together, man. It's rough. And they engage in fucked up behavior, man. And you want to tell them don't, but what do? I don't know what to say about this shit anymore, man. But I'm rambling. I've just been going on and on. But I just thought I'd release this kind of video, just talking about this shit, like maybe a little more in depth. But that's all I got for you guys for right now. Like, share, comment, all that good shit. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think America's dead? Because it certainly feels like we're not going in a good direction. Maybe I'm just being a fear-mongering asshole, but I just want to start a conversation about this. You can visit my Cash App link down below. Toss me a few bucks if you'd like. Other than that, have a good night. I'll talk to you guys later.
Ryan Little.